Top 10 Best Cities to Settle in Canada as a New Immigrant. So, you've applied to come to Canada as a permanent resident, but you don't know exactly where you should live. Everyone has heard of Montreal, Toronto, and Vancouver. But who knows if those are really great cities to start your new life? This list looks at the big cities in Canada that are most accessible to new immigrants. 10. Vancouver, BC. The largest population centre in British Columbia, Vancouver is surrounded by water and has one of the mildest climates of all Canadian cities. Vancouver features a growing economy and particularly diverse population. A popular destination for South Asian and Chinese immigrants, Vancouver offers the best of the best when it comes to outdoor living, an active cultural centre, and a booming social spot. Vancouver is a gem on Canada's west coast. Of the visible minority population in Vancouver, the most represented is the Chinese population, 44%, followed by the South Asian, 24%. Markham, Ontario. Markham is a suburb of North Toronto that is easily accessible from Toronto by transit or highway. It's right next door to Richmond Hill. Markham has a high volume of immigrant settlers, the largest portion of visible minorities, identifying as Chinese, 45%. The second largest population of visible minorities identify as South Asian, 17.8%, followed by the Black community, 2.9%. Although once known for being an agricultural community, Markham now boasts itself as the high-tech capital of Canada. 8. Saanich, BC. Saanich is the largest municipality in Greater Victoria by area and boasts plenty of variety in landscape. The population of Saanich is as culturally diverse as its territory, and for thousands of years has served as home to the First Nations people. The largest visible minority population in Saanich identify as Chinese, 33%, with the second largest identifying as South Asian, 25%, followed by Filipinos, 18%. Employment rates among the immigrant population in Saanich are high, and household incomes are also high. Although crime rate has increased in the past 4 years, Saanich remains a relatively safe area to settle. 7. West Vancouver, BC. The richest city on this list, West Vancouver is a suburb of, you guessed it, Vancouver. The biggest industry sectors in the region are professional services and real estate, and the average household income is pretty high. Unemployment in West Vancouver is low. Although housing prices have been increasing in West Vancouver, August 2017 marked a sharp decline. West Vancouver's immigrant population makes up 44% of the population. The largest group of visible minorities in West Vancouver are Chinese, 35%. The second largest are West Asians, 25%, and the third are Korean, 11%. 6. Oakville, Ontario. Oakville, Ontario has had a steadily increasing population over the past few years. Of the visible minorities, the largest percentage living in Oakville identify as South Asian, 34%. The second largest percentage identify as Chinese, 18%, followed by the Black population, 12%. Unemployment rates are low, around 6.1%, although the average rent cost has been on the incline for the past 24 years. Despite this increase in housing costs, though, Oakville remains a solid choice for immigrating families. 5. Toronto, Ontario. Toronto, Ontario is best known for being the most populous city in all of Canada. A large percentage of Toronto's diverse population are immigrants, with almost 50% being foreign-born. Unlike many other areas, there is no one particular foreign-born group that significantly dominates another, The ever-increasing Toronto population is expected to reach over 60% visible minorities in the near future. Currently, of the visible minorities in Toronto, the largest percentage identify as South Asian, 26%, Chinese, 25%, and Black, 18%. The average median income for homes in this area has steadily increased since 2010, and the unemployment rate in the area is in decline as income in the area increases. However, so too does rent and cost per square foot of property. A place of great multicultural gathering, Toronto is costly to live in, but with secured employment it puts you right in the heart of the action. 4. Richmond Hill, Ontario. The population of Richmond Hill has been on the steady incline since 2006, and the vast majority of neighbourhoods in the area are labelled as wealthy. When it comes to visible minorities, the largest ethnic group found in Richmond Hill is Chinese, 30% of the population. After the Chinese, the West Asian, 10.4%, and South Asian, 7.7%, are the second and third largest ethnic groups. Richmond Hill has one of the highest employment rates in the province, and most of the businesses in the area are smaller, employing just a handful of people. Real estate is a booming industry in this area, but housing is not the most affordable. In fact, Richmond Hill ranks in the top 20% highest real estate prices in Canada. That said, crime rates are very low, making this a safe community for families. 3. Calgary, Alberta. Calgary is the largest city in Alberta and the third largest urban area in Canada. A large metropolitan area, the economy here is diverse and includes financial services, transportation and logistics, technology and energy. Most particularly, this area is a great destination for engineers, mechanics, miners, and business professionals. As the Calgary population continues to grow, housing sales are rising, but rent prices are slowly declining as we see an increase in rental properties availability. Another diverse area, Calgary has numerous visible minorities, the plurality of whom identify as South Asian, 24%, Chinese, 28%, and the Filipino, 11%. Crime in the area is low, and unemployment is slowly improving. 2. Vaughan, Ontario. The fifth largest city in the Greater Toronto Area is Vaughan. Of the largest minority population in the area, the most significant percentage identify as South Asian, 33%. Following the South Asian population, the Chinese at 16% are the second largest minority group, followed by those who identify as Other, 12%. Vaughan boasts slightly higher employment rates than average for Ontario. The business sector is the largest employment sector of Vaughan. Median income in this area is slightly higher than the province average. Property prices in the area are declining, but remain quite high. However, rent prices have been quite stable for the past year, if not for a small increase. Vaughan is a safe area for families to live in, with low crime rates, and it is particularly appealing for those looking for employment in the retail and manufacturing sectors. 1. Burlington, Ontario. Burlington offers a great quality of life and is a safe area to live with low crime rates. Real estate prices in Burlington are currently declining, and there is plenty of real estate opportunity. As is often the case with declining real estate sales, rental properties are seeing a slight increase in rent and lower availability. As the population of Burlington grows, the area becomes increasingly diverse. Of the current Burlington population, the most represented visible minority, 33%, claim South Asian heritage. Following the South Asian population, the Black population, 16%, and Chinese population, 15%, are close behind. Income in Burlington is higher than the average income of the province, and the unemployment rate is also lower than the province average. Unemployment is particularly high in the sales and service occupations, and the largest industry is business services.